Pat's original injury was a fracture at the level of his vertebral body 3, 4, 5, and 6.
An MRI taken in 1992 shows a healed compression fracture in Patrick Rummerfield's neck and a fluid-filled cyst on his spinal cord, all the result of a high-speed car accident that left him a quadriplegic 25 years ago. A friend was at the wheel.
We were drinking heavily. We were out celebrating because the next Monday we were both going to get engaged to our high school sweethearts.
Typically, what happens to people like this?
Typically, tetraplegia patients have limited motor activity, do use a wheelchair.
But this is Rummerfield today, not only out of a wheelchair, but walking, running, working, and raising a family. It's a recovery doctors at the hospital he'd been transferred to in Washington State predicted would never happen.
A team of orthopedic and neurosurgeons told my father that I only had 72 hours to live. And, you know, I'll just never forget when he came in and he bent over my bed and tears were just, I mean, they were just gushing down his cheeks and splashing onto mine.
But Rummerfield survived.
The prognosis was I'd still be a quadriplegic, paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of my life.
His weight plummeted from 205 pounds to 128 pounds in 5 weeks. 30 days after the accident, he transferred to a rehab facility in California. It was there, he says, he began to literally will himself to move.
And I was laying in bed daydreaming about racing cars and playing basketball when my left big toe moved. And then over the course of many months, I started to get more and more back. It took me 3 years to learn how to walk and use my hands and get the endurance and the balance back.
Doctors today say Rummerfield suffered what's called an incomplete injury, which increases the chance for some motor recovery, but they still consider his level of functioning remarkable.
Typically, as scientists, we know that the motor recovery continues for the first 1 to 2 years after the original injury. Pat is telling us that he continues to gain some.
Pat still has pain every day in the area of his spine that was injured in the accident, and he has to exercise every day or risk losing the physical capabilities that he's regained. But he's also devoting his life to spreading the word about injury prevention, and he does it by running marathons and setting land speed records.
Who had a near-fatal car accident in '74. He was a quadriplegic. He was told he would never walk again.
This is Rummerfield in 1992, participating in the Ironman triathlon in Hawaii.
I finished, which took me 16 hours, 18 minutes, and 54 seconds.
On October 22nd, he set the land speed record for the fastest human in an electric car, and he's now training for the LA Marathon in March, races he participates in to raise awareness and money for injury prevention and paralysis research. Rummerfield even works in the field. He's a coordinator of research studies in Washington University's Injury Prevention Center.
Just say your prayers and don't ever give up, and don't ever let anyone steal your dreams.
And a last bit of advice from this recovered quadriplegic: wear a helmet while biking and rollerblading, and seatbelts while in the car.
I'm just calling to tell you that I just set a new land speed record.
Kay Quinn, News Channel 5 cover story.